Hello, today I'm going to go through what the PARCC test will look like to the students and what tools are available for them. The first test I'm going to go over is the English Language Arts test. To get to this test, I'm going to go through Google and type in PARCC practice test. So I have PARCC practice test in Google, and the first result that comes up is PARCC practice test. I'm going to go ahead and tap there. We're going to see this setup. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go to English Language Arts Literary Practice Test and tap on the green button that says View English Practice Test. When I click there, I'm going to scroll down a little bit more. And for this one, you could choose whichever grade level you wish. I'm going to choose grade 6. And I'm going to go to the first one, Computer-Based Practice Test. In the actual test, they're going to get their username and their password, and they will enter that before they get to this area right here. Once they get this, it's going to say you're about to start a test, and you'll get a brief explanation of it, and they will click Start Test Now when it comes up. Go over some of the tools here. To access a few of the tools, I'm going to go ahead and tap on the right-hand side at the top by the picture of the person. The first one is change the background and foreground color. Now, just to advise, this may not be enabled on the actual test when it comes. So this may not be an option, but if they wish to do that, they can change the background and foreground color if they want to, but they'll get these options. That's only if it is enabled by CPS. The next option is to enable the magnifier. When they enable the magnifier, they will be able to zoom in on whatever it is that they're reading. In case if the text is too small, they can use the enable magnifier and they can use that to zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and disable magnifier now. Next one is show line reader mask. This creates a block around all of the other text, so that way when a reader is reading, they do not get confused and lose their space. They could then drag it down with their finger and go line by line. Disable that. Enable answer masking. It covers the answers. Okay. Now, what the student's probably going to want to do first is uncover the answers by clicking on the eyeball. Now, I would say this is probably used if the student wants to use a process of elimination for answering their questions. So, if I figure I'm not going to go over the question, I'm just going to do this just to show. If I believe not burden is not the answer, I'm going to hit the eyeball so that way it covers that, it gets that out of my way. I'm not worried about that anymore. I'm going to tap not hurried. I don't care about that one. And I don't care about not age. I'm going to tap the I, and I chose it's going to be B. I'm going to select B as my answer, and I'm going to then move forward. Once you answer the question, you can notice there's not a submit button for the question. You're going to want to hit the blue arrow on the top left to go back and forth through your questions. Okay? If you feel you're taking a bit, or if the student feels that they're taking a bit long on this one question, they can bookmark it. Hitting the bookmark will enable a little flag like next to bookmark under the review tab. In the review tab, they can go back to any question that they wish and review it. So I'm going to go to review, and I'm going to click on the one that I bookmarked, and I'll then be able to answer the question here. A student can also select text that they wish to highlight. They can do that by holding their finger down over the text, letting go, and they can drag the blue line with the circle around whatever it is that they wish to highlight. They can highlight it blue or pink. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it blue. And that highlights it. They also have the ability to take notes. In the top center, you go next to the arrow, you're going to see a piece of paper. Tap on it, and the student can then enter notes. I'm going to close that, and my notes will be available if I go back in. I'm going to go to the last question. type in gibberish. Hit next. Then you're going to get, congratulations, you've reached the end of the test. Now, this may get confusing, so just remember, it's going to say you reached the end of the test, but that's just the end of the session. There may be more than one session inside each unit, so remember to double check and make sure that they finish all the sessions that are inside each unit. Once they reach this, you're going to go ahead and hit submit final answers. And it's going to say, congratulations, you completed the test. And get your score. And that's all for the English test. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.